Imagine having to return to a place you don't feel safe living in. Attending the school would most certainly be out of the question. And my life, for example, would be a complete mess. And as for the future, I don't think I would have one. Heck, I might not even make it alive to the next day. This is the harsh reality that awaits me if my family and I are deported.
So Cian, what's the situation with the deportation, the situation at the moment?
Well, at this stage, Bola is fleeing from the law because his father's already been deported and he's fearing the worst himself. Him and his family have been split up and all they really want is to be reunited once again in Ireland. So it's a matter of time, so we don't know what's going to happen.
Okay, and why were they deported? Like, how come people can stay here for so long, make their home, make friends, set up their family, and then suddenly they're just deported? What's the situation?
If it takes 6 years to process an asylum claim, there must be something fundamentally wrong with the system.
Okay.
Because it should be within 6 months at least. Because after 6 years, this is as much your home as your other country would be.
All they wanted was the right to live a better life. What's wrong with that? Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Meanwhile, we have real criminals in this country. Criminals who have robbed hundreds of millions and billions from the taxpayer, and they are bailed out and supported. And meanwhile, the state is sent after this talented young man.
I interviewed yourself, Tunde, and Bola earlier on in the year. You were doing great work with the young scientists. You had gotten lots of awards in the school. Your education was going swimmingly. And so this must be very difficult for you, and Bola being your best friend. Tell me, so was Bola's life in danger in Nigeria? Had they accepted deportation, or did they just want to stay until after the leaving cert?
Bola, he doesn't want to go. I was talking to him. Bola doesn't want to go back home. As I was talking to me, like, he doesn't want just to go back home. Like, they deported his dad last Wednesday, and he's so sad about that. He's so down. So now he just wants to live his life here, grow up here and just continue life here. He doesn't want to go back home. So.
And how long has Bola been here for?
Oh, he's been here for 6 years now.
6 years
6
now.
years,
so he's almost completed his whole secondary school education.
The best situation would have been not to stay.
To stay completely.
But if there is no other way, Bola is going to get a great leaving cert no matter what. He will get as good or if not better than most students, Irish, multinational, whatever. So it is very important that he stays here. When he goes back to Nigeria, the education systems aren't the same, and he might end up just on a normal job. Bola is very smart and he has a lot to add to the economy of Ireland, and God knows we need it right now. So
that's right. He was coming up with great ideas in the science field. Why? Is there any one reason in particular that he should stay above all others?
Because he's been educated here for the past 3 years. And he has the right to an education. And if he's going back to his own country, he's not getting an education, is he?
Yeah. So you think that the strong, as in Ireland, should carry the weak?
No, they should give him his right to his education.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And what do his family face if they do come out of hiding? Will they face jail time, or
no? They will just face immediate deportation.
Immediate deportation. Okay. With no appeal, or
no? Every legal route has been exhausted at this stage, and it's why we're here to support them now.
And it's very, very important that we make a stand and say it's not their fault that the process has taken this long. And this family and all other families like them should be granted an amnesty and given permission to stay.
Okay. And if you had to say one thing to the Minister for Justice in favour of his case, what would it be?
Well, if you look at Bola and how much he has contributed to the school and the community, as you said yourself, to young scientists. We had President McAleese last year introduce the young scientists, congratulating every single person who had done a project for their innovative ideas. And to congratulate someone on their innovative idea and then 1 year later, well, less than a year, it's actually 4 months now, and say to them, well, we've got your goods, all your knowledge, all your innovation, you can go back home now. Bola is an asset to this country, and there's no reason why you should go home. We should be fighting to keep him here.